Using artificial intelligence to detect Alzheimer's disease. To understand this concept, we first need to dive into what Alzheimer's disease is. Alzheimer's disease is a type of memory loss that affects some individuals around 60 or older, but can even start in some individuals as early as their 30s. It grows to affect an individual's thinking and behavior, growing much more severe and interfering with their daily life. There are several noticeable symptoms of the disease, but some include challenges with problem solving and planning ahead, often misplacing items, a poor sense of judgment, as well as experiencing frequent mood changes. Now, there are a few methods currently being used to diagnose Alzheimer's disease, such as consulting with close family or friends about behavior changes with the patient and overall health, as well as undergoing several medical tests, such as brain scans, but unfortunately, this is only evident during middle to late stages of Alzheimer's, as individuals with early onset Alzheimer's can function normally, but could experience memory lapses, taking longer to do daily tasks, or even wandering or getting lost. There is currently no cure for the disease, and instead patients are encouraged to take care of their health by maintaining mental functions and behavioral symptoms and delaying any other symptoms. But with artificial intelligence, there is a possibility of detecting early onset Alzheimer's disease. So what exactly is artificial intelligence, or more commonly known as AI? It essentially is the ability to take previous knowledge and information to generate new information. It possesses problem-solving skills that surpass the human mind, all using a single computer. The computer is programmed with vast data and knowledge to produce its own set of data. Let's take a red bell pepper as an example. If we want to figure out a way for a computer to identify a red bell pepper in a kitchen, the computer can be programmed by recognizing certain features, such as its red color, unique shape, along with other components. With the programming, one could present any kitchen and the computer would be able to identify all the red bell peppers. However, in the real world, the complexity can lead AI to potentially identify an endless number of discoveries, one being the early detection of Alzheimer's disease. Artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms can look through enormous amounts of data and spot patterns that humans might overlook. These algorithms search to find biomarkers linked to the early stages and development of Alzheimer's disease by analyzing large, complicated data sets that include genetic information and medical imaging. With the use of genetic information, medical imaging, along with other cognitive assessments, current research aims to construct AI models that can reliably forecast an individual's risk of Alzheimer's disease, even in its early stages. These models construct prediction algorithms using a variety of data sources, including genetic data, brain imaging, and other cognitive assessments. Studies have also investigated the use of AI to analyze changes in movement, speech patterns, and other behavioral characteristics that could serve as early symptoms of the condition. For example, a study found that machine learning has an accuracy of 70 to 75% in identifying Alzheimer's patients. Instead of focusing on individual words, the program analyzes linguistic and acoustic speech aspects to identify the condition. Furthermore, another study used a different form of detection known as deep learning, which has already been shown to successfully detect multiple diseases in data from high-quality brain magnetic resonance images, or also known as MRIs, obtained in a controlled research setting, as they were able to detect Alzheimer's risk with an accuracy of 90.2% based on routinely collected brain images. The model is comprised of data from patients with and without Alzheimer's disease. For the number of patients, there were 8,456 patients without the disease and 2,348 patients who were at risk for the condition. For these patients, MRI images were taken, and approximately 26,000 MRI images were taken for patients without the disease and 11,000 MRI images from patients at risk of Alzheimer's disease. From this vast data, successful AI models were produced that have led to the phenomenon of early onset detection of the disease. Through this experiment, researchers were able to determine the accuracy and effectiveness of deep learning using these data sets. With its ability to successfully detect early onset Alzheimer's disease from the patients, healthcare professionals can predict, classify, and cluster certain signals to make the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease more recognizable, leading towards its potential use in the healthcare system. The use of AI in the field of Alzheimer's disease is extremely important presently and in the long run. The ability to analyze large amounts of data and identify complex patterns is changing the way that diseases are recognized and forecasted. Subtle biomarkers linked to the start of the disease can be found by early detection and intervention made possible by these AI algorithms. This allows for timely interventions and individualized treatment programs that improve a patient's quality of life. Also, by evaluating a variety of data sets, such as genetic data, brain imaging, and alterations in speech patterns and behavior, AI based diagnostic techniques improve precision and accuracy in recognizing the condition. Additionally, AI not only helps with more accurate detection, but can also speed up the creation of new treatments and interventions, which would advance the study and treatment of Alzheimer's disease. This is achieved by reducing diagnostic errors and standardizing assessments. Moreover, the incorporation of AI can enhance accessibility to early diagnosis and intervention, reduce costs, and improve treatments, particularly in areas with a shortage of specialized medical expertise, and overall open the door towards several new discoveries with the use of AI.